Here will be my review for May 25th. The market is still open, but I am done with the trades. I'm going to go ahead and do a review now. First of all, here is NUGT Nugget. No trade materialized here. Gap down below level I was watching, and it was very choppy with these wicks up here. Wanted to see a strong move back into the channel. Nothing did materialize there, so no entry there. Next up were the trades that actually did trigger. AMD gapped up, pushed back down into the range I was watching here. Gave a nice 5-minute hammer candle, red hammer candle at that. Not the most ideal setup, but I did take a trade in here at 1087. Trailed it all the way up here. Couldn't quite break back over 11, and this huge sell-off just told me that there's still more sellers in the trade today. So no harm, no foul there. Did take a small gain on that. ATVI, Activision. Inverted hammer here on the open with no follow-through. Gave a 5-minute hammer candle right afterwards. Trapped some shorts in the trade. Took a nice little position there. Essentially kind of a scalp type trade. The gain didn't really justify the overall risk on the initial entry, but it did end up turning out to be a gain. I was planning for much more of a move, but it just did not work out. That's why I used trailing stops. Next up here is JP Morgan, JPM. JPM was another one that gapped up, sold off pretty hard. Didn't really have much follow through on the opening sell-off, and got in as it broke. Came up to this wick anyways. Didn't quite break all the way above it. Got a decent entry there with a fairly tight stop loss. No follow through on that entry, and put in pretty much a triple top right here off this opening range price, and trailed out on a 5-minute red below red break. Next up was Microsoft. Microsoft gapped up, tried to tried to sell off. It looked like it got some shorts trapped on the wrong side, and put in a opening 25, almost 30-minute range there. Took an entry just above with stop loss just below this little wick here. Rode it all the way up as high as I could. Didn't quite get all the way up to 69.5, but ended up being a fairly good trade. Ran right through my initial price target there. Got a little greedy with it and worked out well this time. Philip Morris PM was the next trade that I did take. Did not take a gap and go entry on this huge green candle here. I don't know, I'm not familiar with how it moves on the open, so I wasn't comfortable with taking that kind of trade. I was looking for a continuation above, if this would have closed as a smaller consolidation candle, but it didn't. Anyways, waited for a pullback here, found support at the VWAP, and it took a green over green break. Nice controlled tight stop there, and ran all the way up here. Put in a top, looked like a flag pattern, so I held my stop just below this previous wick, and once it came down there is where my profit was taken. Next up here is T-Mobile, TMUS. T-Mobile one that spiked up, triggered me in just on the break above, and moved my stop up tight just below this previous wick here on the close of the day yesterday. Almost took me out here. Ended up running up just over 68, and once it started failing the 68.20 area, put in a consolidation pattern with some upper wicks, so that was my key to get out. Overall, there were 6 winning trades. 1 did not trigger.